Hey everyone, this is Father Jim, and to begin Holy Week, we're going to be celebrating Palm Sunday. So Palm Sunday usually begins the Mass with this big procession that includes an extra gospel reading that's read from the back of the church. And why we do this is because we're actually trying to reenact, commemorate, and remember Jesus' triumphal entrance into the city of Jerusalem, where he is the rightful king, who in the end is going to reign forever. And what happens is as he enters into the city, the people are lining the streets, they're welcoming him with open arms, they're yelling, "Hosanna to the King of David, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, Hosanna in the highest," that he is their king in that moment, that he is welcome. And what amazes me about Palm Sunday is that just a few minutes later, what's going to end up happening is we're going to read the Passion Gospel, which is a very long gospel, but paints a very different picture of how people have responded to Jesus. Because where before they were welcoming him, yelling, "Hosanna to the King of David," now they're going to be yelling out, "Crucify him, crucify him." That the leaders who are speaking on behalf of the people will say, "We have no king but Caesar." How often is that true in my life? Where in one moment I'm ready to welcome Jesus with open arms, saying, "I'm ready for you to come into my life and do what I want you to do." But at another moment, I'm yelling out, "Why would you let this happen to me? How could you possibly allow this to happen in my life? Why didn't you do this the way that I wanted it to be done?" I think what so often happens is that Jesus is compartmentalized into our life, and he has to act the way that we want him to act. A good example for this, for me, is on Sunday mornings. I'll get up, do my holy hour, spend some time with Jesus in prayer, go and celebrate Mass. Everything is about him. And then when I get back to the rectory, when I get back home, I can just kick my feet up and watch football the rest of the day. Jesus isn't really on my thoughts. He's not really on my mind. I've already given him his time. Now it's my time. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if, as I was asking Jesus what he wanted for me that day, is that he really would want me to rest and relax, but he would want to do it with me. It really strikes me that during this time, we're really going through a purification, that we don't have the same sports to watch, we don't have the same sports to play, our schedules are all thrown off, we can't even go out shopping, and in a lot of ways, our finances right now are just completely outside of our control. I do think that that's been a big struggle for so many people, that throughout all of this, we just aren't in control. Am I willing to let Jesus be in control? Am I willing to let him be king? Am I ready to welcome him in today? And so our encouragement is to be able to say, "Jesus, I want you to be the king of my life, not only in those high moments, not only when things are going well, but I actually want you to be the king of my life always, no matter what situation I find myself in." So what I'd encourage you to do as a family is to take some time this Palm Sunday to actually welcome Jesus in. And maybe that means I'm just going to live stream the Mass, and I'm going to make time for him. Maybe that means as a family, we're going to sit down and we're going to read one of the Passion narratives, that narrative, that gospel that we read in today's Mass. Or maybe it's just simply going to be a prayer of your own heart. "Jesus, I invite you in to be the king of my heart now and always." What better way to start Holy Week than by doing that? Simply welcoming Jesus in, inviting him to be the king of our lives. Hope you have a great Palm Sunday, and looking forward to spending the rest of this Holy Week with you. God bless.